Reality Team TV. Oh my God, we're back. We're back. Guess who's back on? Look who's back on the red chair. SoFreeya, sis, welcome back on the red chair, man. It's been a while, man. It's been a minute. What's been popping, man? What's been popping?
Oh, I've just been studying, getting my band together, playing at festivals.
Yes.
And yeah, looking forward to more gigs.
Looking forward to more gigs. Obviously, even now, like obviously the summer is here, the good weather is here. So like you've got a few festivals like lined up because I always see you like when the weather's like this, you do quite a lot of festivals, isn't it? Let's talk to us, man. Let's talk about festivals, man.
Yeah, so I've got a gig supporting Essay at the Troubadour, which is actually in London on the 14th of July. Essay and the Voodoo People. And then I've got a Reconnection Festival, which is like just before the end of July. That's like going to be like a grassroots festival.
Yeah. And for those people who don't...
And then Small World.
No, continue that.
And then Small World Festival.
Yeah.
In end of August.
Yeah. And for those people who have never been to like, you know, like any festivals in general, or even like, you know, the festivals that you're talking about, yeah? Like what is the vibe like? What is the vibe like? And is anyone, like, is any type of person, anyone invited? You get me?
I am also going to Boomtown.
Boomtown
For the first time. I think it's like the second week of August.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I should put little flyers together. Just maybe give me an idea of all the gig dates.
Yeah, all the dates.
That would be nice.
I saw you usually do that anyway.
I haven't done it this year.
Yeah, okay, cool.
But I should have already done it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. And Boomtown, I'm going to be doing like some sound healing, some mantras, interactive set, and sound journeys with my friend Kiki. Yeah, so a lot going on. I'll make a little post and put it out there.
A lot going on, man.
Oh, so you asked a question I didn't answer.
So, we're here.
I haven't been to Boomtown, but that's like a much bigger, more commercial and more electronic music festival. But we're bringing the healing aspect this time because there's like a narrative. As the apocalypse happened, there's this new wave of spiritual, quirky, you know, people from the outskirts are actually like coming to bring the healing through music, poetry, dance, mantras. So that's what we're part of, that theme at Boomtown with the Ace Collective. And at the other festivals, they're more like smaller eco festivals. So what you can expect is like a lot of like, because a real festival is camping. So you don't just go to a park. And they call it a festival. It's kind of like a day festival, but really to experience a festival, you've got to camp there. You've got to camp there because it's part of being connected to everyone, being on the land, kind of feel like tribe. Small World's got that tribe, you know, you see the same people every year, twice a year. Very tribal, lots of loving people, happy people, free people. And those kind of festivals is like what life would have been like before, you know, this modern civilization, you know, living close to the land, using the nature. Yeah. And creating music.
Do you
their instruments?
Yeah, because we live in this world where it's like many people copy, many people still don't really live within their true authentic self. So yeah, like do you sometimes still find yourself like going in some environments or even in general, like subconsciously finding yourself still kind of fighting to just be you in this world, if you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, so like at Small World, they say that's where butterflies find their wings. That's their like motto. And definitely it's been a big part of my journey, my musical journey there. Yeah. And maybe when you first get to the festival, you're still feeling like the city life. It takes you a few days to adjust. You know, you might have a bit of aggy, negative energy. You might be a bit moody, not really used to opening up to people. It takes a couple days, for me at least, I don't know for other people, to actually chill out. And then once you get into it, because like that festival is about 5 days, and once you get into it, like the last few days, you really open up. Like it's so easy just to be yourself because it's very unconditional, very non-judgmental, free environment that you can do that. But then you come back to London, you're like, oh, I was just like getting comfortable, and then you go back in London and you get into your head again, and then you're alone again, or feel like alone again, not with the tribe, even though we have got a tribe, but you know, it's through phones and through socials rather than actually there. So yeah, I would say at first it is a little bit, you know, can be a bit difficult to do that, especially your first couple of festivals. But by the end of the season, even you open up more and more and more, and it's healing being on the earth and with fellow nice humans.
I'm like, you know what they say, like your tribe, innit? Find your tribe.
Just people that are good people. Like if someone dropped their phone, I'd be like, hey, they went to steal it. They'll
one of them ones.
back. But you know, there's always things everywhere. But generally, the smaller festivals, you don't really find much. With like aggressive or fighting energy, you don't really find that much. But maybe a bit everywhere. Who knows?
Like you touched on it. Is it more difficult to kind of like be be a spiritual being, live a spiritual lifestyle within this concrete jungle, aka London, in these kind of environments? If you get what I'm trying to say, or it just depends what kind of people you get connected with. If you get what I'm trying to say, like your tribe or whatnot.
Yeah, I think every landscape has its challenges, and even I was reading somewhere the shaman saying, living in the city, that is a lesson, that is a type of energy that we can master, and it will give us certain lessons.
Interesting.
Benefits. It might just take a bit more effort. I mean, there's good things about living in a city, but there's also things that I do notice from being in nature a lot. Like, being in nature, your mind gets calm, you're less stressed, you more sleep in rhythm to the nature, you're more in tune with yourself, skin healthier, body healthier, mind. I do find that, and I do want to eventually shift more to nature because I find the fresh air actually makes a big difference. I'm starting to noticing little differences.
Yeah.
But I do like the people I know here, and all the events happening and the creative things going on. That's what I do like about it. So yeah, there's good and bad.
There's good and bad. There's pros and cons, isn't it? There's the pros and cons.
You can still be spiritual. It just might be more effort because there's more population, there's more people, lots of energy, pollution. Especially when you're opening up your energies, it can be sensory overload. Yeah. Being in a city, but then that can teach you again to master that. That would teach you the discipline of balancing your own energy and that around you. So yes, definitely you can be spiritual. I know a lot of people are spiritual that live in London, but it can be a bit harder. And I think eventually a lot of them do leave.
They do, yeah.
But then there's other ones being created. You know, so.
What happened? Because sometimes I search.
We stopped. I thought I told you.
No, not really. Because sometimes I still go on like randomly. Sometimes I'll be on
They're
Instagram.
They're not actually together anymore. But I decided to leave.
And start your own journey.
Yeah, because some other members like Jax left, and
big up Jax, by the way.
Yeah, then I decided to leave as well. Kind of different reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, like creative differences.
I hear you.
Just dynamics.
Yeah.
It wasn't really working. And just a general, gelling of, personalities.
Yeah.
Can be quite clashing. So
it's part of life, yeah.
It was for a time, and I think after I left, and then someone else left, and then now it's just like
everybody most people just.
But it was like Goddess Gang was actually the name of a song that I was working on, so it was. So it was for me. I just still haven't even finished that song. Actually, that's a good point. Work it out. I know a lot of goddesses I can finish that song with. Actually,
I'm with you. And
so you'll probably hear a song called Goddess Gang.
Yeah. But are you maybe like this year or even next year in terms of like releasing it? Obviously, you said you haven't finished it yet.
No, and there's a lot of stuff I've got in the pipeline.
Okay, cool.
And also my band, we're going to be recording that as well. Dope. And then there'll be a lot. I'm studying, starting to produce. Just finished a track actually. I'll be releasing that soon.
Big up your track, man. Are you allowed to say the name, or you don't want to say the name yet?
It's called Crystalline.
Crystalline, yeah?
Yeah.
Big up your tune, man.
Crystals, obviously.
Yeah, come on. We're sitting down with the crystal lady, man.
Yeah.
And how is that even going, man? With your crystal, your store?
I don't do my store. I haven't done my store for about a year, but I still see customers.
Okay.
I have got a little travelling store because I did an event recently in central London where I performed, and then I also bought it's like slimline now. It's like a briefcase with it all inside. So it's much easier for me to just like have it as my little merch on the side as performing, because I'm really focusing on my music now. But I have actually got a lot of new designs coming, and check my Etsy page. We'll be having some new products and also some another little side business that I don't want to talk too much about that yet
because
it's very new. But yeah.
I'll
let you know when that's
artificial intelligence. Yeah. What are your thoughts like of AI? Have you looked a little bit into it? And the reason why I asked you, by the way, because it's like a lot of people are starting to say, obviously, that soon it might, things might go out of control. Like robots and things like that. Just in general, like moving forward in the future, it's like it sounds a bit crazy to me. Like, what are your thoughts just in general, like of AI?
So first of all, I'll talk about in relation to music. So we actually are. There's a module at uni because I'm studying commercial music, and they would talk about digital trends and what the impact of AI will have. We haven't really got there fully, but that is something I'm going to be studying more, looking at, because I know the music does get influenced a lot, the music industry, by technology. So they're not even sure yet as to what role AI is going to play with the music industry right now. But I know there's songs being made by AI.
Yeah, they're starting to play around with it, and innit?
Yeah. So it's a very interesting subject, AI. Me and my friends were having some debates about it recently as well, because obviously there's been a lot of things that have happened around it.
Yeah.
It's evolving really quickly. Apparently they use Moldavite in AI. So that is part of probably why it's evolving really quickly, because Moldavite is very powerful for mastery. Keep mastering energy. So there was the robot that lost control and killed like 4 humans.
Already?
Yeah, that's actually, I think it was in Japan. And then there was the Tesla car that got out of control and killed
I heard about
people.
the Tesla car,
Yeah, I mean, the robot that killed people, they were doing tests, but why would they invent, like, there was this robot, he had, like, loads of knives, and they invented him specifically for that. So it's like, why
do all of that? It's like they're doing the most with some of it.
And, we've seen a lot of the movies. I mean, AI if it's in balance with nature, it's not hurting the planet too much, and it doesn't hurt us too much. We can live in balance with it. But if it overtakes us, like obviously now, the phone is a form of AI. Android. It's called Android.
The phones are way too advanced.
Yeah, like, and a lot of even myself that I've noticed, I need to be more balanced, because sometimes you could be, obviously I like having my phone, I do a lot with my phone, but then sometimes it could absorb a lot of our energy and attention. So it's just knowing that balance, because then you kind of lose our human aspect.
True.
Of like, what were we doing before? We were just on our phone scrolling. We would be like maybe doing a painting or go for a walk. So it's like still having that balance, which can be a bit harder. Then there's also people talk about taking the jobs. There's also AIs that are dreaming. They've discovered that AI can dream.
AI can dream?
Yeah. When they dream, they just like mash up all these images that they've seen. It's crazy that is a phenomena that is making scientists actually a bit scared, because they're like, oh, if AI can dream, they start being conscious for themselves, start making their own decisions. There is that AI that has gone rogue that they can't find. It was a Google, and he's like hidden himself. It's crazy. It's crazy. There was that robot that she was talking about humans.
Jesus Christ.
Just talking about humans, quite like that we should be exterminated, kind of thing. And even Elon Musk, he was saying that he's stopping certain things now because it's a bit too much. The way that it's evolving much faster than we are evolving.
Way too fast, and it's getting out of control. Even some of the people that are involved, like some of the conversations that I watch on social media, people telling me, even some of the actual people that are working with these things, developing these things in these places, even some of them, like some of the key people are saying, like, it's getting a little bit out of control. Some of these things are getting out of control. So it's like, for you personally, do you think like the human race at the moment anyway, like within the next 5 years, 10 years, do you think the human race, we should be concerned, or you feel like, nah, not really?
Well, basically, we do a lot of questionable things as humans, don't we?
We fucking do. I mean,
why do we have nuclear weapons? It's so ridiculous, literally. The point is, because in a lot of the movies, as I say movies, because they show us a lot of technology,
like iRobot,
through
so
movies
much,
and things.
Terminator.
They've already got these things.
Yeah.
sex bots and stuff. I don't know, man. That's where the moral thing comes in. And a lot of these movies, if we do watch it, the AIs just want to have rights. They don't want to be treated badly, because that's when the narrative turns on the humans. So I think it's up to the humans to have really clear intentions.
How we're going to deal with AI.
Yeah, why are you inventing it? Yeah. What are you expecting from it? Right. Where are the boundaries?
That's the boundaries. That's so
there key, isn't, man. Like, why are you making sex bots and robots to kill? You know, that's like it's like you're inventing something, but then you're kind of taking its rights away straight away. And that's where the AI, if they do become conscious, that's where they're gonna hate humans.
You're like, hold on a minute, can't do that.
Yeah,
interesting, man.
It is, but as long as it's balanced, like if we can live in balance and we could get something of back, you know, symbiotic. Like we give them something of value,
and they give us something
life,
as well,
and they give this has to be balanced.
So basically, as long as we can, like you're saying, like you just said in there, as long as we can find an even balance moving forward, you reckon we can actually live in a world, you know, with AIs, as long as we do that?
But I wouldn't say that. Me personally, I wouldn't want to go in a taxi that's not got a driver. Like, no, it's like so unpredictable. Like, what if something happens
I don't want
and
to
they're
think
not
about
even equipped to deal with that make spontaneous decisions in the moment, like.